you and I both were in hospitals and stuff because of our health. And it was really because we were exhausted. And it was that told me I needed to do self-care. I mean, I had to literally get knocked on my ass and sent to the hospital to do it. But I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. You can talk about, oh, I'm going to go do a spa day and I'm going to take some rest and so, and you can talk about all that. But lots of us, I swear, like 99% of us don't do it. And the self-care part is crucial because you're actually damaging the possibilities of your family being successful and thriving if you're not going to thrive.
Welcome back to Mother's Guide Through Autism podcast. I'm Brigitte Shipman, your host, and today I am going to introduce something very exciting to me. Maureen Brice is joining us today for a very special segment of Mother's Guide Through Autism. Maureen has been on Mother's Guide before, episode 144. Maureen and I are going to be doing a segment on this podcast called Chill and Chat with Maureen and Brigitte. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to chill and chat. So welcome, Maureen.
Thank you, Brigitte. Returning champion. I feel
Yes.
like I'm a returning champion.
Oh, for sure. For sure you are.
Oh,
I love doing this podcast because I get to meet special people. And since you've been on Mother's Guide, we have become friends. And now we're creating something that is going to serve so many autism moms. And here we go. We're going to talk a little bit about our journeys and then talk about something that we're creating just for you.
I'm so excited. I'm really, really so excited. Okay, first of all, thank you, Brigitte, for sharing your platform, but your little adventure with me, which has grown into such a ripple effect of a beautiful adventure. And you're right. A very first time we did an interview, I knew it. Like we had that little pre-talk, and I was like, oh, we're going to get along just fine. Because it's even better than that because our journeys are so similar. And we put together that between the two of us, we had 50 plus years experience raising our children with autism.
And all the experiences that you and I have had and shared now come together to offer something to help other moms. The one thing that I really felt from you, which is to build a community. I want to kind of dive into our project.
Yeah, so I'm just so excited. The seamless relationship that we've been able to blossom from all of this, and autism was what brought us together, our kids. So once we figured out that, and we knew this like over 2 years ago, that we wanted to do this project that we're talking about.
And here we are. And so we have decided to offer a retreat for autism moms.
I just should have done a drum roll. Ta-da!
This is so exciting for so many reasons. And
First of all, the venue is breathtaking. I mean, it's breathtaking. It's gorgeous. The views over the lake, the facility is absolutely top notch. I mean, it's just creme de la creme, very luxurious. And they think of everything.
let me just say, shout out to Kathy and Rachel Arp, who are running just this outstanding, the most gorgeous wedding venue you've ever seen, Glass House Weddings. It is in the Ozarks, really, really close to Branson in Blue Eye, Missouri. And it doesn't sound like it could be magical.
Oh yeah, it was when we went.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
for weddings, they have every nook and cranny special for this and special for that for a groom and bride and the whole party and all those different levels. And
Yeah.
then you go walk over, and it's not like a hotel, and it's not like oh, go check in and stuff like that. There are private tree houses and bungalows. They're like mini houses right there. You like walk down, and all of a sudden you're down this, and it's in the woods, and it's beautiful. And I thought, when can I move in? Like, oh my God.
I'm just amazed at what Kathy and Rachel have created
Yeah.
there. It's like you're in another world, honestly. You can drive up and the magic begins.
Yes, it does. I mean, that's part of why we want to do the retreat there, and that is why. And when Kathy and Rachel offered it to us to be able to be our venue because of your connection with them, I'm like, heck yeah. Are you
Yeah,
it's magic.
amazing.
We couldn't
Yeah.
even take enough pictures to show the magic, of course. You can't do that way. But I mean, you just couldn't do justice with the pictures, even the video.
I agree. And we talk about that in our little video that we have to give your son some credit here too.
Oh, yes, Gregory at Dwellers. He has his production company. He came out and did the filming of the video. He did a great job.
So when you all watch that video, know that her oldest son came all the way out there from the Dallas area. So that tells you what an awesome mom Maureen is for her son to donate his time and all the hours it took him to put it together. So it just shows that we have mothers' hearts and we understand the mother heart. And we have created this retreat for moms, and the love that you and I have as mothers created the most magical retreat for you all.
Yeah, because we've been there and there was nothing back when we started. And I know that we each have our story on health, but we each found out, just sharing our stories with each other that, oh my gosh, you get run down, you get exhausted, you get drained, and then your health gets kicked. And, you and I both were in hospitals and stuff because of our health. And it was really because we were exhausted. And it was that told me I needed to do self-care. I mean, I had to literally get knocked on my ass and sent to the hospital to do it. But I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. You can talk about, oh, I'm going to go do a spa day and I'm going to take some rest and you can talk about all that. But lots of us, I swear, like 99% of us don't do it. And the self-care part is crucial because you're actually damaging the possibilities of your family being successful and thriving if you're not going to thrive.
And I think too, offering a magical place, but also we're building a community.
Yeah.
And so many moms that I coach say, I've done all kinds of things, but nobody really understands. Nobody really gets what I'm going through. It's lonely. I hear that all the time. It's lonely. And the community piece and the friendship and the way we have this retreat set up is going to build friendships for a lifetime.
It
And
will.
that's one of our goals, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I
Like
mean,
like us, like we are, right?
yeah, we didn't even practice that hand jive. That was cool. Oh yeah, that's what I'm so excited. And what's beautiful about it too is taking our experience, right? You created a huge community, in where you raised your sons. And I created multiple different parent groups and communities in my journey. And it was beneficial for sure. And that's how I know how valuable the asset of a community is that is like-minded and can empathize.
Yes.
It's like opening a door to fresh air and just taking a breath and going, ah. And then, going to the retreat and going to Glass House Weddings, the venue, that's what I felt. I felt like, oh my God, I totally see our moms there, throwing down their luggage and putting on comfy clothes and just letting everything being off duty, for a weekend and investing in themselves. And then it's going to be relaxing, but it also has to be functional. And
Yeah.
so we're going to do workshops and give tools to every mom who comes because she'll be empowered to go home and she'll be recharged and restored. Thus the recharge and restore retreat. But
Yeah, I was just speaking to Dr. Echo on another podcast, and she was asking me all about it. And I said, what Maureen and I envision is all you have to do is get there.
yeah, that's
Just
right.
right?
Yes.
Just get there. And we take care of everything else. We have a beautiful waterfall where we're going to set an intention in to start the retreat, which I think is just really just kind of sets your journey for the weekend, right?
Totally.
Exactly what you're saying, Maureen. And yes, we're going to share some of our favorite and the things that have helped me the most in those 3 days. And I am so excited about your energy work that you're going to do.
So this is one of the beautiful things, and I'm going to brag on Bridget for a minute because if you haven't heard, she's a wellness coach, a life coach. She is an author, and she's obviously a podcaster host, her whole big show and stuff. And then what I mentioned earlier is she created a community, but your whole career besides mom was in education, right? So when she wrote this book, and I'm bringing the book now. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Bridget has her book, and if you're watching this, and you can see, I said, no, I want to show my book because you're going to see how each one of this is. I named her book the Toolkit, Autism Mom's Toolkit. And if you're listening to this podcast, there are pink tabs and notes all over my book, just so I can go right to the crucial, amazing things that she did and wrote about. But that's what I love is like we're bringing in the tools,
yeah.
right? But when I get to my experience in the last 5, 6 years, and I've really been certified and everything, is bringing in the spiritual energy aspect that coordinates. And it's so important because our kids are such energy little humans, and sensitive, and they can be called all sorts of labels, right? But basically, it's bringing the strength and empowering the mom on how to connect to her core, right? You've got the tools on the education aspect, tooled in with the spirituality and the energy part. It's going to be so like kick butt. There you go.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
I already said ass before, so I'm going to say it's going to be so kick
Okay.
ass.
I hope nobody's offended because part of the segment that I'm going to be doing, Maureen, really, you go like, no, we need to call it that. We need to call it. And I'm like, well, all right, here we go. But I'm going to be shifting the shit, which is doing a perspective shift. It's changing your mind from lizard brain, right?
Yes.
Into joy. And it's hard to do. And it's a shift in your perspective, and you can do it simply with the right practice. And so I'm going to be focusing on that. And what the book that Maureen just mentioned, A Mother's Guide Through Autism, and then Through the Eyes of the Guided that Joseph wrote, gives you
Yes.
his perspective, is going to be in a welcome kit that Maureen and I are putting together. So you get a free signed book from Joseph and I. And we have to talk about your book. And I am so when Maureen and I had our first conversation, she was talking about this is so cool because it's like my book sets up the toolkit, right? With your
I
story
did. Yes.
and your experience and your book, My Autism Hat Rack. The Life Flip, it's such a good book,
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, and so the two books together really create a whole package. And so you're also going to be getting Maureen's book in our welcome. We're calling it a welcome basket, whether they're real baskets or not, but you're going to have a ton of stuff in your bungalow and your tree houses from us. Right? We're like we're setting these moms up to just walk in and feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they thought of this and they thought of that. So
Yep.
we have some surprises for you all that are going to you're going to really feel the energy when you get there. So we do have this. And the other thing is when you leave this retreat with the intention and the wishing well and the shift your shit t-shirt, the community, the chill and chats with a glass of wine that we're going to have. Don't have to have wine, but we're going to have it there. The chef Kyle making all these special meals is having you connect the dots like you set the intention. And then by the time you leave the retreat, that intention you set is more powerful and you have a deeper knowingness of yourself, right? Which is,
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah. Well, I mean, this whole, it sounds, I know with 3 days, right? 2.5 technically. But that's the crucial thing is when you walk away, when these moms walk away, like that's why we're doing it. We're not doing this to to have a bunch of people come and hang out at the lake and we'll look at a book or two. No, that's not what we're doing. I mean, it's the tools, it's the self-care, it's the recharging because it's so important. It's actually fundamental. And then when you have that intention at the beginning, we'll work through the whole, I mean, like, we'll do it all together. We're
yeah.
going to do it with the community. So by the time you're right, like when you leave, that intention is going to be a mantra. It's going to be your, the thing you start saying all the time, like I am amazing, or I want better health. I am healthy, whatever it's going to be. Yeah, it'll be, we can't make a t-shirt by the end of the weekend for that, but
And here's the thing that I see so often when I coach moms is, and this has happened to me, by the way. I think I know what my intention is. And then when I leave, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, but oh, I didn't realize that this intention I set really you go deeper, right? And then you
right.
out with this beautiful self-discovery. And oh, the aha. I know aha is overused and a lot of, people say it, but I would have to say that's what it is.
It is. You're right. I want every autism mom who comes to this retreat to find herself again. Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
we're gonna hold up a mirror and we're gonna say, we're gonna show you where you are, Oh, did you see that? We got a little hand. Yay. And the community,
yeah.
it's like every single mom there is gonna be walking away with, 25 new best friends, plus you and me.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's
know.
limited, because that we only have a certain amount of tree houses and bungalows and stuff. So even with double occupancy, I think it's like at 25 max. So but we're gonna do it and we want anybody who wants to come.
Yes, and I think it's so lovely to hear the excitement. A mom just signed up for our retreat and literally was just so excited. I mean, her energy level came way up. She's so looking forward to having that time. I mean, she's so excited, and that made me so happy because
Yeah.
I could feel how excited she was and the whole purpose was like, if I think about me at that time in my journey, what I wouldn't have given
Oh, are you kidding? We
to
both
have
had
a
to be,
place to go. Yeah.
oh yeah. Well, what's so funny is we both had to go and become coaches and and authors and inspirational speakers and everything to get a community going, right? To reach out and find people. And so this is why it's so important. It's kind of like a cheat sheet. It's like I feel like if you're new, any autism mom who's like pretty new to this journey, you know, it's a club none of us signed up for, but we're in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and it's like, okay, what we want to do is we want to help you go from, the start of the game to just go shoots and ladders. Thinks of shoots and ladders. Remember that game where you're going
Oh,
along and all of a sudden you hit that ladder and you go shoot down. We're gonna give you the ladders, to where you're just gonna plank on it. And this is you don't have to go and kill yourself doing 10,000 more steps. Let's go ahead and identify these ladders and then tell you how they work.
yeah. I think it's important to have those times and to be able to then after we introduce the work that we're doing to help you all, I think it's going to be cool to be able to hang out and do the part where then you can have these, because I'm a person, obviously, I do this podcast. I love conversation. We can learn so much from each other. And then to bring it in where a chill and chat in the evening, where, we sit around a fire where we have our glass of wine or whatever beverage you choose to just really kind of let it all sink in and process.
Yeah. And simplify, remember? So it's like once we have that whole experience on that first, even that first night's going to be so fun when we
Oh,
all get together and we're all like doing the intros and getting to know each other. And then the work does begin on Saturday,
mm,
right? But it's not going to be exhausting. You know, you and I are so good at reading people and knowing, it's we didn't want to do 1,000 workshops like when you go to one of the autism conferences that, I've held 5 of them, right? So it's like boom, 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 boom. No, 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 no. Because this is again about the mom, right? This isn't, yeah, you can talk to other moms and find out what therapies their kids do and stuff like that. And that's actually in our books, right? My book is more of the advocacy therapy, hats, how do you wear and stuff. Yours is a tool for the mom, right? To get centered again. And now here it's like, this is where we get to go ahead and put it all in action.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I'm,
love that. I love
I'm so excited.
I am too, and I really feel like this is the beginning of something really special is and what I always say to my newer moms on the journey that reach out to me is meet yourself where you're at any given moment, which is what we're going to be doing at this retreat. So if you're a new mom to the community, cool. If you're a mom like you and I that have been on this
Veterans.
a
We're
while,
veteran moms. So.
yes, we are. Cool. And I think that's even more magical because the veteran moms and the newer moms, we've got so much love to give and so much support to give. Not that we're done because you and I are not done on our journeys,
No.
but
Just
we,
beginning this one.
yeah, well, yeah. I think it's just wonderful to have a mix of, so no matter where you're at on this journey, it's going to be meaningful. Everyone's going to meet you where you're at. And I think, you're going to definitely feel, you're going to feel the love, you're going to feel the community, you're going to be able to recharge. And this is the word that we chose carefully, restore,
That's right. Because
right?
it's crucial for a mom raising a child with, it's special, but I've always called them extra needs,
Yeah.
because we're all special. We're
Yes.
all special.
I would agree. I would
Yeah,
agree with you. And I feel very motivated to pay it forward. And it's so much more fun because we found each other and
yes.
we're doing this paying it forward work together.
I love it. I love it. It's from above. I really feel like, God and our angels and the universe and source, whatever, whoever's listening, I don't want to offend anyone by not saying their creator or who they pray to, but I know that, God brought us together. And this is going to be a magical time to help the moms that we're paying it back to. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah. It is going to be fun.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be
Can't
fun.
be not fun.
That's
Like, how can it not be fun?
That's
Um,
right.
and I think it's cool too that we have 20 acres to play on.
Oh my gosh, yes, on a lake and hiking and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's right there. Everyone can go the lake for a while. We've got some free time and I mean, we really have tried to think of everything.
Well, yeah, we've got yoga with Kim.
Yeah,
Kim's coming
yoga
to do
with
yoga.
Kim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have
And
other things planned.
no, we
So
do. We have some, we don't want to give it all away, but just know that we literally have done our very best to think of everything to make it a well-balanced experience of hope and of inspiration and leaving restored and inspired.
yeah. And I'm gonna say it.
Say
And
it.
on the road of being like fixed, And I'm not saying that we're broken. And I know it's kind of a strong word to say, but it's kind of like I feel like if you go and you leave, you come and you're open-hearted about it and everything, and just put all judgments aside,
Mhm.
right? That light inside is just going to brighten.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by, we're all a little broken, you know?
Mhm.
So it's like when we leave, I
Mhm.
want it mended. So
Yeah.
I want it like mended more than it was before you walked in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think that's what inspiration does.
yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
functional. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It is. It heals. It helps us continue on our journey with more hope and joy.
I'm
That's
in.
oh, I'm so way in.
I'm in.
I'm
I want
so
to go.
in. I know. Can I go?
I want to go.
Will you
Just
let
sign
me
me
in?
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, speaking of signups, do we need to tell them about
Oh,
there's
well, we probably should.
we should, right?
Whoops. Yes, Maureen, go right ahead.
Well, I'm sure we'll have the link, right, to sign
Yeah.
up for the retreat, but right now we have an early bird discount.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And there are three packages you can purchase.
Mhm.
One is for a private treehouse where it's just you. And again, all meals, lodging, everything is taken care of under that one price. You just need to get yourself there. And then there's another package where there's double occupancy, and in those double occupancy bungalows, are, there's a bigger bed, a king size bed, and then an up loft. So anyway, there's three different packages to choose from. And I say either bring your autism mom bestie and make a weekend of it that you'll never forget, right? Is going to be phenomenal. Or double up with a new mom and get to know her. That's, chances are that you've got a lot in common.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Right? Yeah. But
definitely.
the early bird special is just till
April 30th,
is April 30th. Okay. Yeah. And spots are limited, like we mentioned earlier.
and
So
they are filling up.
yes, they are, which is exciting, right? That's why we're doing
Yeah.
it.
We do, I mean, I've got several moms they haven't hit the button yet, but they're about to. And then of course we have another mom who signed up and is so excited, and everybody's bubbling about it and talking about it. And so you want to make sure, we all could save a few dollars. So sign up early and get your flight. We really have thought of everything. So as soon as you sign up, you will get the welcome email. And this email will take you through all the frequently asked questions. Tell you what kind of wardrobe to bring. It will give you anything that we think you could use in your packing. It will give you the flight options, what are the closest airports. If you're going to drive, we
I
got some
say road trip.
to do. Yeah.
That's what I did. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, you did.
I
Yeah.
did. The windshield time with Gregory, my son, was just it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So grab your buddy and come on. Grab your other mom and come on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just I'm excited and it's filling up. And that just tells me this has been such a need. And it's been a desire you and I both have wanted to do. And
It
now
is.
that it's all come together with Glass House Weddings,
Mhm.
it's it's just gonna be magical. It's gonna be
It
amazing.
is magical. We
It's
use that word a lot because when you did, Maureen, drive to Glass House Weddings from Dallas, and we had that weekend of planning.
yeah.
We were in the most magical zone ever. Like I was kind of like on a high for a couple weeks after the planning
I
that
was
weekend that we did. And it was the first time I got to meet 3D Maureen. I say 3D because we've only known each other through our Facebook or online or phone conversations. And I actually got to meet you in person. And I'm so looking forward to some of the clients that I've worked with. And you have so many people that you've worked with to bring us all together on this 20-acre gorgeous place. And I'm just so excited. And I'm thinking, I think you're better at not forgetting what to say because I know I want people to know how to sign up. So
Yeah,
we're gonna add the links, right? We've
right.
talked about early bird sign up, when that deadline is, and what to expect. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Please reach out because Maureen and I are happy to answer anything that you have. And I can't wait
Absolutely.
to meet you moms. I can't wait to meet you guys.
I know it's going to be great. And again, it's just time to invest in yourself, moms. It is. It's time to invest wherever you are on this journey. Just come on, just
Yeah.
come to this weekend, and it's so worth it. And and we'll be having, the community after effect, So,
Yeah.
because if you do become a retreat attendee, then you'll be part of our private online community where it will continue on. And Bridget's a coach, I'm a coach, and so you'll be getting all of that expertise for free moving forward, right? So
Yeah.
at least that's the plan now.
Yeah. We're available to help you on your journey. And that's basically what we're doing. We're spending this time in hopes that we will reach as many mothers as we can to help you on your journey, meet you where you're at, and also one day maybe one of you moms will pay it forward.
I love that. What a gift. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, our chill and chat that we're going to be doing, we'll be snagging topics
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And
So
pardon?
right, moms, let us know topics that Maureen and I can cover on this segment of Mother's Guide through autism in this podcast. Let us know what topics that you would like for us to chill and chat about, and we'll do it.
Yeah,
So
we will. We're not holding anything back. I
yeah,
mean, Bridget tries to do that for me. She's a little more professional than I am.
I know. Well, I come from education. Hey,
That's right.
I come from the land of rules, man.
That's right. That's right. And I come from the land of breaking them. So we are the perfect pair.
We really are. We really are. And hey, once one rule's broken, sometimes I join in. So you never know about me.
Oh,
But
yeah, but we won't have that on film.
no.
No, but do moms tell us what you want to, some topics, and we have some to start with for sure, but it's always great to be interactive. And we talked about doing a live one too, so we're going to try and figure that out.
Yeah. So in essence, more to come, to be continued. And this was just our first episode, sequence episode, Chill and Chat with Maureen and Bridget. And we are going to continue this conversation. And it was just to really kind of introduce this, also to invite you to check out the retreat, sign up for it, let us know any topics, any questions that you have, because we are here to serve. Period.
Amen.
Okay, so thank you for being here, Maureen. And as always, if you enjoyed this episode of Mother's Guide Through Autism, if you enjoyed this podcast, please like and please subscribe to our YouTube channel to help us send out all the knowledge, hope, and inspiration that we can to all of you and each other. See you in the next episode.